Who is our eternal companion? In this life, all the companions who come, we also came without any companion. And we live in the world and we grow some companionship. And sometimes we live as someone whom we love dearly. The companion, apparently, the companion we get, it is companionship is a permanent, not a permanent nature. But we are talking of eternal companion. Who is eternal companion? God. Who is inside us, who is outside us. And Swami Brahmananda was a living embodiment of this ideal, how to put that condition of bringing that eternal companion into our day-to-day living. We are really carrying God in our heart. Upanishad declares, Sadai Jananam Hridisannivishta. The Lord resides in the heart. Sada means all the time. Jananam means the people in the world. Indiscriminate. He is not saying it is in the heart of the saints. He is not saying it is the only heart of the angels. Sada Jananam Hridisannivishta. He is residing in the cave of the heart of all of us being. All the time there. But we are so focused outside. And we want to create a relationship only outside. That's why we have to suffer the bereavements and pains and agonies. Even when the companion is there, and when the companion is God, in both ways. This is a fact of life. This is the reality of life. We go through this type of experience, and through this experience we learn that all companionship was because of the companionship of someone who was in the person I loved, in the object I loved, the object in me and the subject in me and the subject in everyone. He is the eternal subject of all of us. And He is the eternal connection between us. We cannot love anything where there is no connection between the heart to heart. Rather, we are indifferent to that. It is there, but it does not make any sense whether it is there or not. And moreover, the Lord who is sitting in the heart of all of us, we are really not focused internally and never feel His presence in our life. As a result, it is there or not there, it does not make any sense to me. But we put these questions whenever some of our friends, the companions, our earthly companions, whom we ever saw, whom we ever got connected, we find them, and then when something happens in this relationship, then we raise a question, what about me, what about my friend, what about my relation? So eternal companion, you are not to say any eternal companion is outside somewhere. It is outside, it is inside, it is everywhere. That is called the Atman in Vedanta. That is called the reality. That is called, we call his sweet name Rama, Krishna, or Viraha's Lord. This is the very important theme in our life, that who is our eternal companion. That's we simply say God. And that, because of that eternal companion, all relative companionship is valid. It becomes valid. We don't create a relationship with a dead body. Because of the presence of the eternal companion here, and here, and here, that's why we set a natural relationship is set. In whatever relationship we put, as father, mother, brother, sister, friend, relative, any level. So this is the, but Swami Brahmananda, as I said, he stood for this ideal in the inspiration of Sri Ramakrishna, is to live in constant companion of that eternal friend, Chiro Shakha. There is a song, Chiro Shakha. I forgot the line. Chiro Shakha, what is the line next line? Oh, eternal companion, Chiro Shakha, friend of mine, don't leave me, don't leave me. Yeah? You are the Adhanir who is beggar or who is penniless. You are the precious jewel for them. Adhanir, who has no one in the world. You are the Lord of that helpless guy, no? All who has no strength and power. Is the power of that. See what a beautiful way of expressing the truth. Chiro Shakha, you are my eternal friend. Because of you I am powerful. Because of you I am rich. Because of you I get the strength to survive. That is the Chiro Shakha. So, this is our eternal friend, and actually we are very happy for getting that eternal friend. We don't feel the pain and agony that, oh, I miss him anyway. Those who feel that I am missing, they are really fortunate people. Ramakrishna felt that I am missing. I am missing him, or her, the Chiro Shakha, or Chiro, my heart's eternal solace. And he could not live a day without that type of cry and weeping. Where are you, my friend? I want to see you. Oh, mother, I want to see you. Language is different. That is the point. And Swami Brahmananda, his spiritual son, he imbibed that from Sri Ramakrishna. And also, it is believed that he is the Shakha, Shiva Shakha, eternal friend of Krishna. He would dance in the dance. At the point of his death, see Maharaj, Raja Maharaj, we call Raja Maharaj. Brahmananda, another name is Raja Maharaj. He said that, oh, my Krishna, my Lord, Krishna, the beloved Krishna, is standing, he's dancing. Oh, put my anklet in my feet. I will dance with Krishna. Don't you see that beautiful appearance of that light before them? And then he described that Chirashakha. That Chirashakha is God. And we have to live with that, be connected, reconnect with our Chirashakha. And Swami Brahmananda lived that life. He had his struggles to show that to achieve this friendship of your eternal friend, you have to do something, you have to sacrifice something. Even in having a relationship in the world, how much sacrifice people do. How many hours you spend, how much of your energy you give, how much of your time you give for creating a relationship in this world. To have a friend, Sakha. Sakha is a beautiful word, Sakha. Sakha means who will never leave me. In my earthly position or in my failures, he will never leave. That's why he is called the Sakha. So that Sakha, to have that, so how much is needed for connecting ourselves with the Chirashakha, the eternal companion. So eternal companion, to make connection, it is not that you will have to bring him from somewhere else. Rather, we are ignoring the presence of the divine. I say sometimes, the Lord, the poor guy sits over here, expecting the devotees will come. But he has no fortune. Who will come? Everyone is busy. So, and he waits. One devotee comes, he gets excited. No? Because he is there, but we are not looking at him. This is the condition of our Chirashakha. So now we have to focus that Chirashakha. And Maharaj said that we have to work hard, do japa, do spiritual practice. Cry for God. Do it sincerely. Don't waste your time. It's the inspiration of Maharaj. And he himself had that restlessness. He one day complained, "Sir, you please, Ramakrishna to Ramakrishna, please do something for me. I want some realization and experience. Nothing is happening." Then he said, Are, it is not like that. Don't be restless. Do something. And it will happen. And then what happened? Then he saw that one day he was sitting Ramakrishna. He followed Ramakrishna, and Ramakrishna entered into the inner sanctum of the Dakshineshwar Kali Mandir. And he was sitting outside in the Nath Mandir, the big, what is called the external hall. And he saw suddenly Ramakrishna was sitting and offering or something, and he found that the inner sanctum became full of light and radiant light, and it becomes such a big light and light, and the ray of light then rushed out of the door and is falling upon him, and he got so scared then he ran to Ramakrishna. Then Sri Ramakrishna, after some time when he went back and saw Rakhal, he didn't know because he was with mother, but when he saw Rakhal, then he said, you talk about having some vision experience, and when it comes, you run away. What can I do for you? Very important point. We sometimes think, if someone can do something for us, it is not yours. If someone does for you, you may run away like that. If Maharaj can run away, then what will be our condition? We will be frightened. So this is the point. We have to earn something. And Maharaj was inspiring all the time in the Eternal Companion book you have here, because really that's a very inspirational book. I think every one of you who are practicing spiritual discipline should keep that book. It's very inspirational. In Bengali, Brahmananda, this is called the Dharma Prasange Brahmananda. That is the Bengali book. Yeah. And it is Swami Brahmananda translated it, and with his own reminiscences added, it is called Eternal Companion. You see, just inspiration, always inspiration. How we can make a use of our life. Life runs away like that, and one day we go empty-handed. No? When the death comes, then what shall I carry with me? I will be in void. That's why those who have the support of that eternal friend, you don't feel you are alone. You are there connected with some reality, and that you have practiced every day. You have done japa, you have done meditation, you have done prayer, and you feel the connectedness every day. And when you meditated, you felt the whole world is gone from you. And it is you and your beloved eternal friend. You are there. And when death comes death is what? Death is this world will go away. All friends, all whom we love, whom we hate, all our possessions, all our education, all our wealth, prosperity, beauty, meaning nothing. You disassociate with that. And you connect only, that is your eternal friend, with whom you can justify your existence. And that friend is the source of all bliss, all blessedness, all joy, all blessings. It is the Satchidananda we say. It is called the eternal source of all blessedness and peace. And that friend never leaves us. It is not here, even now he has not left us, but we have left him. So you go, why not sing that song, Chirasaka? That I get more points there. Start with 2-3 people join together, Chirasaka. Then I will explain on that. Chirasaka,
সংসার গহনে জন নির্ভয় নির্জন সজনে সঙ্গে রহ চির সখা ছেড়ো না মোরে ছেড়ো না অধনের ধন অবনাথের নাথ হে অবলের বলো জরা ভরা তুরে নবী করো হে সুধা সাগর চির সংখ্যা ছেড়ো না মোরে ছেড়ো না।
এই গানটা আছে আইফোনে? দাও, বার করে দাও। তারপর করুন।
না না পরে আছে।
ওই গানটা বার করে দাও। So this says, what is this? Rabindranath Tagore is saying these beautiful words. No, it's unique. Oh my eternal friend, don't leave me alone. In this dense forest, samsara gahane, in the dense forest of this world and worldliness, when I am in alone, nirjane gahane. Ar ki ache?
নির্জন সজনে
Nirjane, whether I am alone, or whether I am with my own other friends and relatives, no?
সঙ্গে
Shangiro, stay with me when I am alone and when I am with people. So this is a great, great, great prayer. Amake dao eta bar kore. Samsare, that is the unique prayer that when I am with people, let me not forget you. And when I am alone, let me not, please don't leave me. It is like I am appealing to my divine nature. The thing has happened opposite way. I am saying, oh Lord, don't give me up. It is opposite way. I have given him up. So this is the So he says, you in this forest of this world and worldliness, nirvaya, you are the only reality which is fear, free from all fear. And nirvara, you are the support. I can trust and support. And nirjane, in solitude, or sajane, sahajane, with other friends, when I am busy with them, Shange Raho, please stay with me. That means we are calling our own consciousness.
Yeah.
That let me be awake, O Lord. When I am with people, let me feel your presence. When I am alone, let me feel you are the only reality behind my existence. No? And you are the adhanero dhan, anathero nath. You really become the wonderful wealth of that a pauper, a person who has nothing and who has nobody in the world. You are his supporter master and the ball, the force and strength of the person who has no strength power. Jara bhara ture noveen karahe. Jara means
Sickness.
sickness, jara means old age. That means this life, when it is really a burdensome life, and I am really crushed under the pressure of that type of feeling, you make me new. So, renew. Oh hey, Sudhasagara. Oh you, ocean of sweetness, love, blessings, bliss, Satchidananda. So, what a beautiful prayer, that in that ocean of bliss, please make me new, renew. Only in God we can be renewed. And in this earth we can become old only. As days go, we become old, we become tired. But there you are born anew. So this is the prayer, that you are my eternal friend. So what I learn out of it is this, that the eternal friend is here, and we have to recognize him when we are surrounded by our friends, supporters, when we get praise and when we get so much of joy and blessings. And when I am in pain and suffering, when I am in loneliness and I feel there is nobody for me. Really feel that when I go to hospital and there is a big surgery going on. Tell me, everyone is around. But how the individual feels, who is with me? Everyone may be there. I know that someone is praying for me, this, that. But your own support is your own. So how to get connected? That the process is on the spiritual path, what we are all trying to do. And Maharaj emphasized very much that we will do our work. Our work will force us to do. Your job in the office, your pressure in your home, your other things will force you to do that. But make a time for spiritual practice. Every day, find a time. And then intensify that. And then bring that inspiration into your workplace. So this is the point. Why we need spiritual practice every day, sincerely? Because that is the intimate time when I can be one with my beloved.
Yeah.
And keeping that connection when I wake up and come to the outside world, I can feel that wherever I am seeing, in every being, that my friend, eternal friend is there, and I can get a touch of that eternal friend through a smile, or maybe through some frowning face. Even if it's a frowning face, you know behind is the my Chirosakha, eternal friend is there. We don't recognize that, but we should have to go forward up to that far. When you see a beautiful sunrise, you try to see, is my Chirosakha is coming out in his eternal glow. Full moon night, look at the sky and feel who is there. It's my Chirosakha. It's giving the joy, no? And also the same way, when it is not so much pleasing and pleasant, who is there? My Chirosakha, my eternal friend. So, to intensify that feeling, we need to do our great, intense spiritual practice. Bhajan. Maybe that's why it creates a vibration. Suppose when you sing together, you see what a vibration is created. And that uplifts our mind. So it connects us with our eternal friend. So this is the point what Maharaj again and again said. Every day, do that spiritual practice, early morning. If you can get up in the early morning, what time? Before sunrise. He talks about the brahmacharis. Those who have dedicated their life for God realization. But for you it is okay, you get up 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, no matter. Because you go to bed late. But when you wake up, I was reading today in one place, Holy Mother's daily routine. Holy Mother Sarada Devi, what was her routine? She will get up in the early morning, 3:30. First thing she will do, she will see the Ramakrishna's photograph. No? It's a beautiful habit. Just, I will see first my Chirosakha, my eternal friend. They starts there. And then sitting for some time, then she does other things, takes bath and other things. Then sitting for prayer and meditation, reading some inspirational book so that I can, anything which connects us with our eternal friend, eternal companion, we will have to make an effort for that. And it is a rigorous struggle because mind does not cooperate, environment does not cooperate, your duties don't cooperate with that. It does not allow you to have what you want, but it is called sadhana. Sadhana is the spiritual practice, meaning in odd situation, when you are confronting such, how you overcome that by regular practice. No? And Maharaj was so kind, he said that you practice this, it will happen to you. You may say that really when you get mantra and initiation or you call upon God, we see, and after a few days this is nothing happening. Really? Because nothing happening, because mind, I am fighting with the mind. Two things are happening. Only if I go to sleep, during meditation time we get a good sleep sometimes. sometimes snoring starts also. That is too much, but at least dozing happens. That is called fishing. Fishing the bait. No? One of our Swami used to say, "Hey, why are you fishing?" In the morning when we sit together for meditation, when we first come, we have to have it, no? So really, if you are not habituated in the early morning, you get up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock and you are sitting, no? What happens? Naturally, we doze off. That's right. And then again you feel, oh, everyone is sleeping. What am I doing? So you become again straight. So it is fishing like that, fishing. So, or what happens? Another situation of the mind is called big shape. It does not stay in one point. You try to bring it to your Chirosaka, eternal friend, it will find that time only to think of everyone. As I was saying, or all the job, your unfinished job, or what you have to do now. And if a phone call comes, my God, let God go. Instantly you have to run for the phone because, oh my God, why not tell yourself, no, the world is not there for me. Let the world go to anywhere it goes. This is the time all phones are shut down. People will know, no response. Do that. Don't you see your voice message? When in your work, you do that. The office don't allow and I cannot do that. But when for meditation time it rings, you just run and do it. So change that habit. It is called, this is my internal connection with my eternal friend. You have to be rigid, you are strong. And if you do that gradually you will find greater peace and greater joy comes. And it is not a myth. It is not just a word, but it is a reality. And Maharaj said that the way I have told you, practice that. And if it does not, you don't gain anything, come. And then slap me on my face. Baba, what a challenge. If it does not happen, I have told you lie, you can come and slap me. Oh, that means it is a tested fact. It is a verified thing. So this eternal companion is companionship for the connection with my real self, real divine nature. And that is the nature of blissfulness. Perfect joy. There is eternal joy. That will no one can take away. Anything we earn in this world, the thieves can rob, burglars can steal. Your crash of the, what do you call? Stock market can take away. Or anything may happen which can go away. But this is the only thing, this connection. Once it happens, you are eternally tuned to that consciousness and you are a different person. You don't have to depend on anything. The world will go on. Apparently you will be with us, but your internal connection is so high you will not be feeling any pain, suffering. It will happen to the body, but it will not happen to you. Swami Brahmananda lived in that consciousness always. Whatever whole day, and he used to bring his mind down. It was a big thing. He will go for fishing. In the hot summer, hot sun, he will make a turban, a cloth turban on his head and go and just sit with the rod. He will not kill the fish, but he will be there and pull it out and then let go. But it was to bring the mind down. One gentleman, he was a big officer at that time, and they came to Belur Mott, our headquarters, and that's the starting, which is the present mott is coming up there. And they wanted to see Swami Vivekananda center and to see the spiritual head. And spiritual head is with a turban in the head and fishing with the fishing rod sitting over there. And then that gentleman came, and he was really came to Baburam Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda, and said that, "Sir, I want to see your president, spiritual head." Because they have heard such a spiritual person. And what you will do? He said, "Okay, you please sit." They are trying to camouflage. Okay, you sit, engage, and then Maharaj will come from the fishing, and then they will meet. And Baburam Maharaj is trying to hide, to save the face of our Ramakrishna order tradition, no? Spiritual tradition. Then what happened? But by that time, this Swami who came here, and they saw, he said, "Oh, I was fishing, I was in the fishing rod. Sorry, you came to see me." Then he got so mad. He said, "Oh my God, I didn't come to see a man who is fishing sitting with a fishing rod. I came to a spiritual person. What is this?" And he got really disgusted and then left with a bad anger. And then Baburam Maharaj, Brahmananda and others said, "Maharaj, please stop this fishing thing." Because people will have a bad impression about our whole order. What can we do? And then Maharaj said, "You know, if they have something in their heart, they will come back. You need not have to think about all this." Because he's saying with his authority. And really it happened. That man, he came back the next day and became a great devotee afterwards, seeing what a spiritual giant can come down to the plane like ordinary person. And this is unusual. People with little spirituality, they put their name, fame, power, grandeur in such a way, they are sitting in a high throne of, like this. You have given me a big throne. This throne is not big enough. They will give a golden chair, big cushion, like a lord sitting in the heaven, and then click, click, and then 20 supporters will be saying praise and fanning and all this, no? And he is the president of the order, such a spiritual giant who can look at you and give you spirituality. And he is coming down like an ordinary man and bare body and with a turban in the head and going for fish. So see, they used to come, pull down their mind to our level for keeping the mind in the worldly plane so that they can help us. One another story is there. Maharaj used to love playing cards. Is sadhu playing a card? What type of impression you will get? You know, even you get bad impression, we sadhus eat fish. And then we are playing card. And the worldly people do that. Why they will come to Belur Mott to see a president of an order playing card with that? But yes, he was playing card, and Swami Vishuddhananda and Swami who was there. 2-3 of the direct disciples. Shoshi Maharaj, Swami Sarvada, Ramakrishnananda, those are Ramakrishna's child, no? They all sat together. And Vishuddhananda Swami was a younger brahmachari. He just joined, he is Holy Mother's disciple, but sannyas from Raja Maharaj. But when they are sitting together and playing the card, and Ramakrishna Ananda Swami intentionally putting wrong cards so that Raja Maharaj can gain. And then once or twice it happened. Then Vishuddhananda Swami said, what are you doing, Swami? They are together. Raja Maharaj is opponent party. So when he played once or twice that type of thing, then he said, what are you doing? Is this the meaning of playing card? And you are giving intentional some wrong card which is going to give Maharaj to gain a false pride that he has gained. Then he said, you fool, you do not know why we play card with Maharaj. You know, he lives in the mind, his mind lives in the supreme consciousness. To bring his mind down, he plays card with us. It is not for gaining or winning the game, but it is giving him little joy. If Maharaj finds little joy, we are so happy. And that is the purpose, to bring his mind down. So Maharaj is such a personality, his mind is soaring in a high flight of spirituality, and in the mystic world of vision and experiences, he is pulling him down, and for the good of the society and good of other people, pulls his mind down. And our situation, our mind is so down, it does not go up. But we'll have to follow. It goes heavy this way. And their mind is so light, it goes up and they don't come down. So Maharaj comes here in our rescue. The same thing. He showed the life of intense spiritual discipline and prayer. You know, when one day he was asked, Maharaj, we have done, Ramakrishna came, and in his presence you got everything of spiritual life. Why are you still doing so much austere practices? In Vrindavan, on the Omkareshwar temple, Shiva temple, he went there with Subodhananda Swami, one of the direct disciples. And when he went there, he was totally absorbed in such a way, in the 6 continuous days, he was in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And that place. And because of Swami Subodhananda, his body was preserved. Otherwise, when he comes down to pull his mind down, he used to bring some food and feed him. That is the way his life was. They are the people not belonging to our plane, but they practice so much to show us. When this question was asked, why you are doing so much practices till now? What is the need of your meditation? You are so reasonably practicing. He said, you know, Ramakrishna has given us everything, but I am trying to make it my own. By spiritual touch of a spiritual giant, you can have a little glimpse of the truth. But that glimpse does not belong to you. It was by His grace it came to you for a moment and it has gone. Yeah. You are to make by your spiritual practice your own. Right. So that whenever you can feel, you can see, you can feel, you can experience. And how much you used to do? While you were staying near Jagannath's temple in one place, or in Vrindavan. He was meditating. It was in midnight he would be meditating, no? And the same Vijay Krishna Goswami asked the same question, that why are you practicing? Same response Maharaj gave, that I make it my own. And because unless you make it your own, how can you distribute it? If you have not your own position. So this is the point. We will have to make it our own. That eternal companion is not sitting somewhere in the high heaven, behind our all expressions of love, hatred, anger, frustration, behind our all sensations of smile or tears, whatever we have, the conscious entity, He is there. Only we have to connect. And that connection should come only by intense practice of spiritual discipline, making japa, repetition of the holy name, meditation, prayer, bhajan, and reading nice books, uplifting, like Eternal Companion, and how to put sajane nirjan, how we can bring that consciousness, my eternal friend is here when I am alone, and he is also when I am with everyone, because it is my eternal friend, and the spark of that eternal friend is in everyone. So, this is the experience which can bring us to the realization of God when eyes closed, with eyes open. Transcendental and immanent, both aspects. That is the immanent aspect is embedded into everything. Transcendental, which is beyond. One can go by deep contemplation and deep practice to touch that ground of oneness. The world is gone for it. It is called the state of samadhi. Right? Jivatman merges into Paramatma. No? The jiva, the individual consciousness, merges into cosmic consciousness. We are talking about the individual jiva, individual personality, rises his consciousness and comes to the head. Even in the puja, in the worship practice, it is given. Jiva Shivam Parama Shiva Pade Jojayami Shwaha. I will Jojayami means I will connect. I will connect myself from this Jiva consciousness to my Shiva consciousness. And that practice every day, in a puja time also, you can do that and feel that connection. That means you are you and your eternal friend. Eternal friend is called Shiva here, with the cosmic consciousness. And the individual consciousness, you and me, all have individual consciousness. That is allowing my brain to function. That is allowing my mind to function. That is allowing my ego, intellect, everything, hand, feet, all movement are possible because of this individual consciousness. But individual consciousness is to be raised to the cosmic consciousness that is touching my, connecting with my eternal companion. So this is so important. By prayer, by puja, worshipping, by jointly singing bhajan, or singularly when you are alone, with whole heart and soul, sing and pray and cry from within. That is Maharaj said. And that is the least advice of Maharaj. And this actually is very important, because by that only you can realize yourself and you can also help others to do that. Seeing your life, they will be inspired. Na? Pathe puthik seo dekhe jabe mor mukha bhabe tumaro barata. Ei sangsar batayon pate bose jabe bosera ho jabe anmana. No? You will attain to that connection with this your eternal friend in such a way that when you will be sitting just in a passive mood and the people passing by will look at your face, your personality, and see the divine trying to express itself. That will be the connection with the children. That is the goal of life. Ramakrishna said simply way, goal of life is God realization. This is the God realization. This is to connect with our friend who is sitting all the time and not getting our response from our side. We say, when God will come? They say, where we put it. But God will say, Mama, when you will come to me? I am eternally waiting for you. But you have no time to look at me. You are so busy thinking of the world minus me. Really no problem. If we be in the world and really love the world, no problem. Only we love the world for the world only. But we don't love because God is there. Tasya bhasha sarvamidam vibhati. He is the shining factor behind all shining objects in the universe. But we praise the shining objects of the outside, no? We see the beautiful flower, blossom flower. We see the beautiful moon, we glittering stars. We see the fresh leaves of the tree shining with its own glory. No? Human faces, but we don't know whose beauty, whose glory, whose joy is trying to manifest in every thing what we see around. It is my Chirosakha, my eternal friend. So to apply this philosophy day in and day out, when in meditation, that is also, when in work, that is the time also, it should go parallel. Your meditation should percolate into your work. And during your work time, your connection with your Chirosakha, eternal friend, will help you to focus more, as if I have not seen my beloved all day. I did his work, but I could not see him. This is my time to be with him. Your heart will be leaping in joy, and because I will have the opportunity now to be with him a little more. So this is the eternal friend. And so, question. Put some questions. Yes.
Swami, I'm not sure this is a real relevant question, but in our companionship in the world, we have disappointments where our friends or family disappoint us, and sometimes I think I feel disappointed by God as well. That why isn't things the way I expected to be, or is it our misperception that we're disappointed in the eternal?
My point is that what do I know of that what is good for me? I expected this way. My expectation is perfect. I do not know. I think if the thing was happening like that, it is I am happy. But I do not know, is that good for me eternal as my eternal life? For my eternal life? No, I do not know. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a purpose. Through the things which we don't expect, and it happens, it gives us an opportunity to look inward and say, oh Chirosakha, eternal friend, you are my friend. You are giving this to me. I welcome. I accept it. It is his word. It is not your or me. So we will have to understand, my desire, my wish is not perfect. You see, Swami Vivekananda did this entire work not by his wish. He did not want to be connected into the world. From his very birth, when he is in Saptarshi, in the seven sages plane, he said that he was meditating in deep samadhi. He is not an ordinary guy. And he is staying in a plane, as described, that ordinary mortals cannot go. Even the gods and goddesses we talk about, Saraswati, Durga, Kali, they are also there. And beyond that, even the gods have no entry. It needs much purification. And he is in deep samadhi. And Ramakrishna went there and embraced like a child and said, I am going. The Lord of the world is saying, I am going. You have to come with me. And he just opened the eyes and again nodded the head and went into samadhi. He is in samadhi. And when he came back, this was the topic. Today our Ishtananda Swami talked in our Dallas. Beautifully he said. He was a Siddha, Dhyane Siddha. He was the adept in meditation and samadhi. He is connected with the eternal friend, eternal companion. But he was forced to come back. And Ramakrishna was just trying to find him. And when he met him, he was so happy. And his whole focus went on bringing him back to the work level of the duality. And in that, from the childhood, he is playing, meditation, playing. And that meditation is so intense, snake came, but his meditation didn't break. When the child, when he every day goes to bed, Ramakrishna said, do you find some light? And yes, every day I see. When I put my head on the pillow before going to bed, I see a dot of light and it expands. And Ramakrishna was happy. Hey, Mother has told me all these things and it is all matching. I said, right then, right person has come. So, in Samadhi, he was really happening. He did not want. He again and again said, what do you want? He said, I want only what? I want only Samadhi. And Ramakrishna scolded him. He wants that. But Ramakrishna is not allowing. Yeah? I thought that you'll be big and you'll have to do so many things. You cannot be like. And he's stopping him from Samadhi. Is it not? And whereas others, other children of Ramakrishna, when they are having good experience and little internal, he is encouraging, bah, go on, do more, do more. And he is saying, no Samadhi for him. So what he wanted, Chirosaka did not, eternal friend didn't give him. And forced him. Ultimately he said, yes, I will give you. I have given you a touch today, and then key is now in my pocket. When you will finish my mother's work, see, he is forcing him to mother's work. But he did not want it. That means crush our ego. There will be no ego. And no ego means big ego will work. That's why Vivekananda's impact is so deep. As day is passing, you know, this year the World Parliament of Religions is happening in Utah. About 7,000 people will come, and the focus is Vivekananda. It's surprising. Who thought? We thought Vivekananda is gone, creating a sensation in 1893 and gone and dead. And now we see how Vivekananda is percolating into the society. Because he did not have his ego. What he wanted, he did not. He is going to Himalayas and going to learn yoga from the Pahari Baba. But to know more of yoga and be united in yoga. But after a few days, and Ramakrishna stopped him. Why? Every night Ramakrishna saw Vivekananda when he is going to meet Pahari Baba, and he is seeing Ramakrishna coming with a tearful eyes, in every night a vision. Noren, will you leave me? Such a painful situation, and as he is in tears and seeing that tears. And there is a beautiful poem. If the poem book is there, if I read it will be thrilling. And every night Sri Ramakrishna appeared several continuous days. And ultimately accepted. And he stopped going to Pahari Baba when he saw Pahari Baba is asking something from Vivekananda in return. He thought he is much greater than Pahari Baba. Pahari Baba is thinking Swamiji is much greater than Vivekananda. No? And Vivekananda is thinking he knows the methodical way of reaching the Samadhi. Ramakrishna gave that Samadhi and he got it by touch and experience. No? But he wanted to know step by step as his practice. Pahari Baba may know. See, but it was against his will. He does not want, but crying before him, and he made Vivekananda follow his footsteps. So, where is the will? What is our wish? What we think is good? What we think that should be the ideal? There is no such thing. Just give it to God. You do your best, give it to God. And the God only knows what is best for me. Huh? That is the highest experience of life. That's why it is called this Saranagati, this surrender is the greatest spiritual achievement in life. If we can surrender to God, then that is the highest achievement of spiritual life. But it does not come till our ego is there. It says that's why Ramakrishna mission is called Ramakrishna machine. And what the machine does, the angularities here and there, we all come raw from outside the world and enter into the Ramakrishna order and it keeps battering this way, that way, that way. I want this, I want that, blah, blah, blah. And they say, hey, get out here, hey, do this. And we are going that, grinding, and then beautiful products come out. Swami Lokesharananda, Swami Nitya Sarupananda, say Bhuteshananda, and certain Videsharananda. You can name so many Swamis who have, they are not Mahapurusha, they are not born yogis, they are like sadhakas. But by the inspiration to follow the spiritual discipline, they practiced and practiced, and their grinding of their ego. Main thing, ego is the greatest bondage to connect with our eternal friend. Last bondage. Actually, ego breaks, then you are face to face with them. People can give up the body identity a little bit. Your mind also you can give up sometimes. Huh? But to give up the ego is a very, very tough thing. And in spiritual life, that is the last barrier between eternal friend and this side. If ego breaks, then you are connected with eternal. Then you are eternal. Any question?
I have a question.
Yes.
Sometimes children realize God more than adults with their so-called knowledge. Do you think that darkness or ignorance is sometimes better than light or wisdom?
I think that no, my ignorance will be higher. Ignorance is not. Ignorance, those who see that the children understand, if you feel like that, the children has his past. He is in this body, he is a child. He is a great yogi in previous life. How much he has done. That's why it is revealed to you that he is even child. We must have to be childlike, simple.
Yeah.
God is simple. Our mind is crooked. That's why we read so many philosophies. If I say, Ramakrishna said, love God, cry for God. And day and night, pray to God. Finish. But no, we want what is Vedanta philosophy? 6 steps of philosophy. Sankhya philosophy, Mimamsa philosophy. And we say, I know now. You complicate your brain with math philosophies. But if you practice simple, love God and pray to God, cry to God, say, oh Lord, you are Ramakrishna said, Mother, you are there. People say you are there. Why not appear before me? I am your imprudent child. I do not know anything. Childlike simple cry. And that comes only when you are good. And you have your background. You have done enough and enough and enough. So, this child is fortunate because he is a past yogi, born in the child body. And so, this body, age of this body is nothing. But ignorance is not good. But ignorance, if it creates pangs of separation from God, that is good. Pangs of separation. I cannot bear this separation from you, O Lord. No? In the devotional say, the bhakti gives this idea of separation. Srimati is Krishna. That intense love and something is barrier. And that barrier is, you can say, ignorance. That ignorance is blessed ignorance. But we don't want to be in ignorance state. We want to be conscious that Chiroshaka, eternal friend is here, eternal friend is in everyone.
If I twist the same question, excepting I replace the word ignorance with experience. If I just replace the word ignorance with experience. Sometimes I think we are our worst enemies because of all the experiences that we have been carrying with us, right? That prevents us from making a lot of calls that we could have made had we not had this experience in the past, kind of preventing us for. And this may be even not just for spiritual guidance. This can be even for very simple things like creativity, right? Because all the time our brain is kind of centering us towards the middle, right? Because of fear of failure, because of fear of what people may say, because of fear of whatever which is maybe considered to be maybe even eccentric, right? So do you think the fact that a child doesn't have that experience can make that person even more simple and hence maybe more susceptible to reaching God or anything else? It doesn't matter.
The experience is a necessary condition of life. And those who find a yogi, that's why we say, saint has a past. sinner has a future. Very important word. Without experience, no one can intensify the spiritual life. Those who have done in previous lives, they are born in a condition, they can absorb the spiritual idea from the childhood. And all children are not realizing God. When you say the children are realizing God, does not mean that they are all, see, how many children are there in the world? Only special Ramakrishna, from his childhood he is realized. You go to Vivekananda, he is like that. You see their background. And we are. But if we are not bad. Whatever we are guided by our past experiences, and that has created the direction of my life. What I want, my choice, my attraction, my repulsion, all these things. And this experience, going through the experience, all types of experiences, when you find that nothing can give me what I am expecting, I got it. I know how much it can give. I got good food, I know. I have seen many beautiful places. I know how much joy it can give. I know what a beautiful visit to a new place with what a beautiful music, what it can give me. I know, I have experienced. Without that, further growth is not possible. Experience is a very important factor. That's why Swami Vivekananda's idea, we travel from lower truth to higher truth, and higher truth, and higher truth, till where there is no more higher. There it ends. So, this is a journey. We need not have to feel bad. But we have to only remember how long you want to experience it. Learn from others' experience also. By your own experience, if you are satisfied, then move for the next. But there is no end of experiencing thing. Of course, a time will come.
Is it experience or is it knowledge? Because sometimes I think experience is a reflection of or a manifestation of the knowledge, right?
Yeah, experience and knowledge is, experience brings in knowledge. Suppose I eat this food, that food, one time I experience, second time I experience the taste, 10 times I experience the taste, 20 times I experience it. Then what will happen? Then I say, need something else. This experience is bringing the knowledge that I have tasted it, but it is not that what I am expecting, that my perfect joy will come at this point. So this experience will bring the knowledge, and knowledge is again gives us the new direction to the new experience.
Swamiji, can you expand upon ego? I mean, what is it and how is it a hindrance to the spiritual experience?
Because, it always keeps us, 5 koshas. In Vedanta we call 5 sheets are there. Vedanta teaches us to understand the highest truth, that there is inside of us. I am saying inside first. Is inside, outside, everywhere. Don't take that philosophy now. I don't see anywhere. That's why we try to see inside. So inside they say there is the Atma, which is full of light and blessings. That is covered by the first covering of ego. Then it is covered by your intellect. Then it is covered by your mind. Then it is covered by your pranic forces. Then it is covered by the physical body. That's why it's called 5 sheaths idea, 5 coverings over the self. Vedantic great principle. Now, when we go to spiritual life, what happens? We forget our body. The outer body, that is the physical body, you disidentify. You just sit for meditation. And then, if you go to another level, suppose you go to dream, what happens? When you go to dream, you don't keep connection with this body. But you have other bodies, no? In the dream, a dream body you have, no? And dream body has, breathing is going on in the dream body, energy. Dream body eats, dream body drinks, eats, drinks, does all types of things as he is doing here. There is called the subtle body. And there you have your, what are the things you can just find out, what are the things are there. You have a subtle body, you have your mind is functioning there, energy is functioning, you are walking, doing action, and also you have your intellect. Decide, this is right, this is wrong, I will not go that way, I will come this way. And also your ego, I will do it. And now you go to sleep. Dream is gone. What remains at the end? When you dream, you say, I slept well. But how can you say I slept well unless you were there? That's why it's called I slept well. Sleep is something and I observed it. That's why I is called the last barrier. And this ego, you know, this whole world is a fight of ego. Is it not? In home front, I say, you say. In office front, I say, you say. My boss says, my co-worker says. Everywhere is a conflict of the ego. And this ego, when it is polished and it becomes purified with the love of God, what happens then? This ego becomes refined and refined and refined. Then this ego becomes so clear that it reveals the truth which is behind. This ego is a reflected ego. You give an example, there are 1,000 bowls here or jars here, and one sun's light is here. You see 100 reflected suns. This is the reflected ego. But we say, I. But you don't know, you have no I. It is his I reflected here. And forgetting that reality, when I say I, that is an obstacle. That's why Ramakrishna said, Kachami Pakami. Kachami means unripened ego. That which we live in the whole day. I said this, I understand this, I did that, you don't recognize me, So I, the whole morning till night we are standing on I. Not I, dog. It changes the whole scene. If you say, oh Lord, I am doing by your power. Oh Lord, I am singing this beautiful voice, it is yours. Oh Lord, you did this such grand thing for my life, no? And I got this wonderful spirit to help others. It is your grace. So not me, thou. I pad and thou pad. Our Swami Sarvadevananda's very favorite example. He said, we call iPad, you change it to thou pad. iPhone to thou phone. Don't put I, only put him as the Lord. So this is the ego. And ego, for a Jnani, you have to give up ego. By saying, I am not the body, not the mind, not the intellect, not the ego. And the Bhakta will say, oh Lord, I am nothing, I am nothing, I am nothing. So you are everything. So here also you have to cast this unripened ego. In Vedanta you expand that unripened ego into such a level that you pervade everywhere. That is the Brahman. And in devotion you curtail that ego, I am nothing, I am nothing, I have no power. Look at our life, what is our power? I think I will do this, I will do that. How many things you thought like that? How much success you got it? It is not your power. Really when you try to understand that, then you say, it is not me, oh Lord, it is you. Oh Lord, it is you. Oh Lord, it is you. And it's go. And when I will be totally zero, then God's power will manifest. That is called the Parabhakti. A devotee reaches that state where his little ego is at zero and God's ego then functions. Ramakrishna, he has no ego. He could not say I. Look at that. And Ramana Maharshi always say I am that. They are saying the same thing. One is saying He could not, Ramakrishna could not say this body, this, eat like a neutral gender. It's not no other gender, but he cannot say I. So pure. Ego is totally obliterated. Vivekananda said, I am Atman, I can do everything. Oh, I can crush the stars and galaxies. My God, what is that I? Vivekananda the man can crush the stars and galaxies? It's a crazy man's statement. No, he's so vast. He has become cosmic. That's why there is no ego expanded into infinity. And ego crushed. It's all dealing with the small ego. Petty ego. You expand, either you stand in between, then you are in danger. Either you expand it to the infinity, then you are safe. Or you push it down to zero. I give you another concrete example. I have told you many times maybe. When you go to the ocean to have a dip into the ocean, and there are huge number of waves coming and coming and coming. If you want to see, okay, I will take a dip when all the waves will be gone. There will never come a time when the waves will stop. You have to take a dip here. Now, how to take dip? Two methods are realistic method. One, to take a dip in the ocean. What people do? Wave is coming, jump over it. And they play over the roller coaster. Also, we're going to call skateboard or no, what board? Surfboard. Surfboard. And it's a fun. You are riding over the ego. Huh? You are infinite, you have all power. And the other one, don't stand in between. Bow down your head. Let the whole wave go over your head. You are safe. So ego, when we are, that's why wave get battered. Suppose you stand in when someone does not know this philosophy, and the wave is coming and stand, what will happen? The wave will just dash him on the ground and he will break his arms and body, no? So don't stand in between. We are standing in between, that's why we are getting battering every day. Battering for new world. World of duality. This is the thing going on in every day. But if you either jump over it, say, I am Atman, I have no birth, I have no death. Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Say that. Or say, Naham, Naham, Tuhu, Tuhu. Either of the two. The same, the result is the same. According to your temperament, please take it. But never think what I think will happen. I think that is wrong. I is the ego sense. I should either crush to zero or I should let. Same thing. Philosophically, truth is the same. Okay?